What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. I am Pete. I'm a top grandmaster playing Risk Global Domination. After much chagrin, we got ourselves a classic fixed lobby. World Domination on classic auto. Neutral bot. Balance splits dice. Fog blizzards. Portals are off. Alliances are on. I'm in the second seat playing as red. And we got some alliance requests. We will be accepting them. Yeah, I love you too, buddy. So, second seat red, where's our stuff? Our stuff is best chance for North America, but I got to move through a purple 5. So I kind of have to block North America. Do I take the 75% roll in Oz? I probably do. That might be my best card. Huh. I mean, that stack is Fubar anyway, so let's just give it a shot. Ah, we fail it. Okay. Just grouping my stuff towards NA. Hello, my friends. Hello, hello, hello. Babylonian says, long-time YouTube viewer, first-time Twitch sub. I love the risk content you make, Pete. Thanks, bro. Yeah, that makes sense for Purple, though. I get it. Me and Purple are in each other's way. He's giving me a chance maybe to get my stuff into South America. Or maybe he's going to go for the Oz thing. Purple. Yeah, I see it too. I see it too, General Tat. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about the situation? JCB says, popular question. If you had to commit one crime for it to never happen again, what would it be? I know the most popular answer is perjury. What would your answer be? One crime. Whose laws? One crime according to who? In order for it to never happen again. Would I be willing to commit a murder to prevent all future murders? Probably. But that's still a horrible, horrible idea. I think I'd do it, and I think I would do it ethically, kind of in a heartbeat. You say murder? No? You don't think you could? I think I could. I think I would say that the trade-off there would be a no-brainer for me. If I could prevent all future human beings killing other human beings by killing one person, I think I would do it. And I think that's, at least as far as I do ethics, that has to make the most sense. You could? See ya. Wow, Budsy. Okay, that's an insta kill for Budsy. Zykalu says, making the population accept all these normal atrocities is part of the recipe for keeping us divided and oppressed. Yes. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what I see happening as well. Big chess game. The type of power is easy to dismantle, but very difficult to do. We are imprisoned mentally. Yeah, I think a lot of people are imprisoned mentally at different levels, too. So it's very difficult for them to talk to each other about, mature ideas. Okay, he's going to let me leave North America, but then I am the single stack in Asia of this game, though. Aren't I? Because I'm not going to fight for SA. Magenta's already there. Green already has Oz. Maybe orange and blue. Okay, how do I get to Africa? Maybe blue goes down. Take Africa. Orange gets Europe, and I just die. How do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? Why do alliances lift the fog when we play a fog of war? I mean, why did they make that design choice? News to me. I know it's unpopular. If I step into SA, maybe Magenta goes Africa. I don't know. He's got all of his troops in SA, though. He'd rather have a +2 over a +3, I guess. Hello, Trendy Wiz. Hello, hello. Hickory would like me to do kill, marry, fuck, kilted, Kreskin, and vampire chicken. Well, I can't have sex with any of those men, so your whole question is it's categorically false. I don't know. Who would I want to marry the most out of kilted, vampire chicken, or Crest? Probably kilted. I could spend the most time with Kilted and we would still like each other and have fun. I think me, Kyle, we were fast friends, and I don't know. I always enjoy your company. Kreskin's very interesting to talk to, so I could probably get a ton out of. I don't know what to do here. Sexless marriage with lots of cheating? Well, I mean, I'm not making any sort of claims about marriage requiring people to have sex with other people. I was just thinking if there was some sort of legal arrangement you and I could come into where we could hang out and play magic cards at fucking GoldenEye 007. Wouldn't sound like the worst thing in the world, you know what I'm saying? Killed would be nonstop talking divorce after a year. Jason says, would you rather commit a murder that no one knows about or never did anything but everyone thought you were killed someone? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good would you rather. Would I rather have killed a person and get away with it or be falsely punished for killing a person? I think I would rather be falsely punished. But that's a tough one. That difference is slight for me. The idea is I really abhor the idea of killing a person. I find that to be so revolting. Okay, he is going to take Africa and I get essay. And Orange is just blocking. Okay. Dream Poet says I'd have to have a separate end of the house for vampire chicken. You can only handle him in doses. That man cracks me up like nobody else. He is fucking hilarious. Would you rather eat my self-made pasta or eat a mouse? Oh, I'm sure your pasta's better than a mouse. Come on, bro. How you doing, Alex? Thank you for the prime. Hello. Trendy says, I bet you he's really quiet off stream. I don't know. I bet you he's hilarious. I bet you Vampire Chicken's kids are having such a fun time. Do I want to say? Okay. I'll take it. Dream Poet says, do you agree with the death penalty for heinous crimes against humanity, or you feel it's a bad thing justifying the other? So I will say to you that my opinion on the death penalty has evolved over time. When I was younger, I used to think that the death penalty made sense from a perspective of efficiency. You're just going to fucking rock me? You're just going to move in and rock my world, baby? No. It's going to push Orange out of North America. Interesting. And more Dream Poet, I feel like I lean on the side of death penalty is something that the government just hasn't shown me the minimum necessary competence to be trusted with. Right? My experience of the government's ability is consistently very low. So trusting them to have that sort of ultimate power is not something that I do anymore. I think in a world where we had a more just legal system and government, then maybe, but even then, it would be very difficult to, ascertain that burden of proof required to, exact what is the ultimate punishment. Ultimately, I think incarceration is also inhumane. So I think looking at the death penalty as a penalty is also not the way I would think about it. I would think about like, how do we protect society from these types of bad actions? Crobs. Hello, Crobs. I just got to the hospital from sepsis. First stream I've caught. Love from Scotland. Oh, I hope you're well, man. What happened? That sounds fucking awful. Ugh. Get well soon, brother, man. And welcome to the stream. So, purple blocking me, but also being blocked by orange is good for me, I think. And then blue and orange still being no way to have a bonus. Yeah, this isn't actually the worst situation. This isn't the worst situation anymore. I get to hold a bonus. To Did you and blue skip? I skipped on the first turn because I failed a 4v1. I didn't want to roll any other stack early. There he says, bring back the whip. Yeah, incarceration is supposed to be about rehab into society instead of punishment, but it isn't. This is not TR now. Balance blitz. I rolled a 4v2 and I lost. That's okay. I don't think the one card is going to make a difference. I've been, oof, maybe it does. I go to 5. See, this is the punishment right here. Okay, do we have a second wave Australia maybe in blue? Sorry, 4v2. I misspoke. Yeah, I lost a 4v2. Sorry, guys. Do that a lot. Where the fuck does orange go? Like, purple has to use their resources to block Mexico, but he's not actually hitting orange out, and orange isn't going to just leave. Does orange kill purple on 3? Just sit right in the middle of the bonus. He's going to sit right in the middle of the bonus. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, Perpy. How do you get out of this little pickle? Ebony Wool says, I was going to say that the justice system would need to be reformed for the death penalty to apply ethically. That's exactly what I said. But part of that would have to be an express lane for undoubtedly guilty people. Well, how do you even see already? How do you reform a justice system and then construct undoubtedly guilty people? The whole point is beyond a reasonable doubt, not undoubtedly. Like there's just no, it just doesn't exist, right? So I have to keep myself alive because I did miss that first card. All right. Do we survive? Does purple move? No, purple's still, he says, I'm not backing down. I'm fine with that. People, I agree, Analyzer. People should be nice to each other. Except for Calmer. Everyone be mean to Calmer. Purple has some second thoughts right now. I don't think he played it particularly badly, but there's just no way out of the situation he's in. I hope I'm not the unlucky recipient of his wrath. No, not my potential husband. Who's that, Trethewey? Who you marrying? Sounds like serious commitment. Calmer asked you? Wow. Happy for you too. Where do we go from here? Orange is just really insisting. I think purple dies. If he doesn't have a set. I think orange kills purple. Me being in 2 positions actually saved me because I had to go to 5. Hey, Nick Slash, what's up, bro? What's up? New Type Justin says, if I was green, I would have cleared you from Asia. Sure. And force me to skip. Okay, blue tries feed my kill. This doesn't make any sense, though. Because this isn't actually good for blue. Yeah, people do this all the time. It's not a good play, is the thing. Because, like, how does it benefit blue? Like, let's think about it, right? Let's think this through. So now I'm card blocked. All right, I'll be card blocked on +2. That's like what a card is worth, so I don't actually have to take an action. Purple steps out, gives North America to orange. No. Keeps insisting. Wow. Yeah, I mean, like, blocking me from cards and fixed doesn't really hurt me. Like, something else will have to occur before I... What is purple insisting on? Well, I'm taking North America. Purple wants North America. You don't... Is that not how you see it? Do you see it differently? Purple and orange are both insisting on North America. Blueface says kills red's exterior before taking Europe odd. Yeah, I mean, I don't think blue's play made any sense. I don't think it benefited blue. Also, he now has an, like, just inherently has an enemy in me for no upside. Yeah, I mean, the war for North America will come to a head, and I'm positioned to benefit from it. So as soon as I can, I'll upgrade. Hopefully, I get the double kill. If purple sues orange, I won't. If orange sues purple, I might. Insisting on lowest, perhaps. How you doing, Volkov? Volkov, how are you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. He was hoping if he removed the exterior, I'd slam the magenta 8. Yeah, I mean, if he's a noob, right? You can't really, if he's, like, that's a beginner level thought, right? That's a very dumb, shitty thought. So if he has that, cool, but, like, you know, noob's gonna noob. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder when I get out of this one. It's not good for orange either. It's good for blue. Blue and magenta will just hold with each other. Yeah, I wonder how this shakes out. I can't really predict the future here. I will say to you that if I do catch up and have the opportunity to sue into blue over anybody else, I will. Channel points prediction. We gambling? Did somebody make a gambo? Who wins this game? Pete, did you ever miss a turn due to a toilet break? Yeah. It was probably less go to the bathroom and more make a drink or something. But it's rare. Why sue into blue? Because he removed my exterior. Right? He removed my ability to take cards. So if all things are equal, I would, in any circumstance for this game, I would prioritize making blue lose over anybody else. Yeah. How you doing, Chantal? Do you plan on suing your troops in the next turn or two? This will affect the potential of a prediction. No. I am going to play this game to win. We've now been streaming for an hour and 2 minutes. I will happily play this game for the entirety of the remaining 2 hours of the stream if I have to. I will play this game to win until I feel like I cannot. Hey, tacos! Tacos at the cucaracha. Bathroom break. What the fuck is that? I literally shit myself yesterday during a metagame. That's dedication. Gross. When are you coming over steaks? To Malta? Man, I hope I can. I don't know what's going to happen, Kyle. I got to get my visa figured out before I can commit to any more travel. You know what I mean? Also, what a stimulating game of Risk, let me tell you. Skipping cards in the corner, having the game not force me to take an action, just allowing me to do this. Wow. Maybe I get higher than fucking lowest. That's why I play on mobile. Bathroom breaks ain't slowing me down. Yo, wouldn't it be awesome if we could somehow switch from PC to mobile and then back? Right? So you could like take your phone with you and like go outside, take a poo, you know? Why does it take a poo and not leave a poo? Can I ask that? Now we're asking the real questions, folks. I'm sure in other languages it's not take and it's leave, but in English is you take a poo. You don't leave a poo. But in actuality, you definitely don't take it anywhere. You were taking it. You know what I'm saying? The Brits say take the piss. How would you even take it? Buffet says, I've done both. You're going to Egypt in a month? Ooh, that's exciting. I would love to see sort of the ruins and the relics and the tombs. My word, Pink tries to kill me? Nah. I mean, it's not a good. I have no beef with Pink, and it's, you know, lose fucking 50 troops for 2 cards if he wants to. As I said, noob's gonna noob, right? Oh yeah, that's what I was hoping would happen. All right, so I get the upgrade. I get the double kill unless blue takes it. You shouldn't be surprised what happened, Perpy. Shouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, what does blue do here? Is blue shitty enough to not take the double kill? Let's see what happens. It's gonna get them both, yeah? A really good fucking 8 cards for free for blue. Where do we go from here? iCar says, taking the piss isn't actually about peeing, though. Well, now I'm even more confused. You didn't make it less confusing. Blue Windsor gets teamed on? Yeah, I think so. I have to... Orange gone. If Blue goes back to Iceland, he doesn't get sued. Yeah, I signaled them exactly. I signaled them both to attack Blue. Is he going to try hold on to both bonuses like a greedy boy? Or are you going to let me upgrade? Iceland? Ooh, turtle stack. Blue doesn't accept the alliance. I'll put a few more troops there. But putting troops there would antagonize him, so we do this instead. We make it clear what our borders are, and we only offer retaliation if he breaks me. And this is how we upgrade. I'm decently far behind, but I'll be on a +5, is the hope. What do you think Orange should have done? Earlier on, one of those guys, orange or purple, had to move into Asia and accept no bonus in order to play to win, right? When you ask me what he should have done, I'm not even going to go that far because I'm fine with this outcome. Sometimes I would play like that and I would accept it, right? But they do insist upon each other. So at some point, one of those guys would have had to back down or just and they didn't. And they realized that was the only way they were going to get out of that, which is why I kept my stack open so I could upgrade when the time was right. And now we're going to put ourselves in a 3-player situation where me, blue, and magenta are on 5, and the Australia player gets locked, we hope. Leaving your stack on me, though, I don't care for. There we are. Just a 3? 20? That's not very nice at all. 20 is not 20 is not how you treat someone who just gave you a bonus. Yeah, 20 is douchey. Okay. 20 guards against a trade and a break. But Dong Disciple, why would I trade and break a bonus I just gave this guy? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? You think it's occurring as blue going through me? Why would blue break him? Right? Blue's not in. Why would blue break him? Blue has nothing to gain from that. None of this makes any sense. I'm not saying that's not what he's thinking. You guys might be right. But I'm saying if that's what he's thinking, he's dumb. It's a dumb idea. Like, what the fuck? Come on. If I were pink, I would totally break you. Yeah, but you're biased, Calmer. Why wouldn't anyone break anyone's classic fixed? Well, I mean, there's an obvious sort of positional thing going on where, you know, the three of us benefit, and I've been nice to both of them there. So, you know, that could not be rewarded, I guess. I mean, I certainly aren't getting good vibes from blue. If he wanted to break you, he would have done it in Park 20 in Mexico. That's why the 20 there makes no fucking sense. Turtle Europe makes for the most boring games. Yeah, blue sucks. I mean, it's obvious blue sucks. I'm just going to say off these dudes because why hold them? Yeah, and I guess we'll stack interior because both of my neighbors are like kind of sticking troops on my border. All right, you break me, blue. You're gonna taste it. If blue, okay, I take it back. I'm gonna punish blue if he fucking breaks me again. Blue will get immediately lowest. K Gray says you never stayed off dudes your whole life. Why now? You must be thinking yourself. Blue probably wants to taste it. It looks like, yeah. Australia doing Australia things? Yeah, like nothing. 3 dudes feels bad? No, 4 dudes. Seriously. Looks like everyone in this game sucks, except for the Pateman, of course. Yeah, I'm not expecting big things from these guys. At least we got top 4. Why not clear blue at Asia? What would the reason for that be? What would be in that for me? To start a war, to start a war here to encourage him to break my bonus. Like, explain to me the upside. I don't want him to break my bonus. That's why I'm not fucking stacking, right? But he is not reciprocating that at all. So it looks like blue is going to insist on us getting third and fourth. So fair enough. There's a very low skill lobby by the looks of it, yeah. They're always projecting scales. And I take the compliment. I do. I appreciate it. It will remain unrequited, but I take the compliment. Low skill lobby. Tell that to Green's bunny ear guard. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's trying to do with half of his troops out and half of his troops not. Blue's gonna break soon. He's just not. He doesn't know how to play, so might as well just do it and get it over with. General Phalanx. Games like this are why I don't play Classics anymore. Why? People sucking? Yeah, it's okay. I'm not in a rush. I'm going to let blue be the bad guy, though. I like Classics. I got great Classics games. Droid says, why aren't the other guys? I agree. It just feels like green is hindering you. I don't think anyone's hindering me. I'm on +5. Green's on +2. Green should get fourth here if my other two opponents understood how to play and diplomacy and didn't suck. But they appear to suck. So that will be a mechanism for benefiting the Australia position is low skill. The Australia position doing nothing wins too many games because people suck. And blue is going to force that, right? Blue is going to be the guy who either gets third or fourth, and I'm going to be the other guy who gets third or fourth because of this fucking behavior. Right? He's the troop leader, so he thinks he can push me around. What makes blue a bad player? What were you doing in his positions? Okay, so as I said, +5, +5, +5, +2, okay? We've talked about the Deadliest Trap a number of times. Let's talk about it again. What should the three players on +5 do to stop the player on +2 from getting anything higher than lowest? I will show you. So, as I said, basic risk theory, +5, +5, +5. Each of these three players, me up in Alaska, blue up in Ukraine, and magenta up in Middle East, can lock the Australia player into their pocket, trapping them as they've already kind of half done for themselves, right? So these three positions, if this was all of my troops, if this was all of blue's troops, and if this was all of magenta's troops, there would be nowhere for green to go. That would advance the game state positionally. It wouldn't require any diplomacy. It would just be inherent. It's called the Deadliest Trap. I didn't invent it, but it works very, very well when people don't suck. So the fact that blue and magenta aren't doing that is a tell that they suck. And that may make the game go, we don't know how long, right? And thank you, Conan SF, for the 2 months. Thank you, thank you. And the longer this goes, the closer the ratio between troops I have and troops blue have is. So I don't think he just opens a 74, right? And 74 is not threatening him. So him stacking here doesn't make sense to me. Right, but he's been up my ass all game for who knows what reason. Didn't accept my alliance, removed me from Asia. Okay, I will take the antagonism. You know, by all means, let's get third and fourth if that's the game you wanted to play, blue. Yeah, no problem. No, I happy for the explanation. I like to talk about this. I want to teach more people how to deadliest trap when you can. The Australia position isn't good and shouldn't win games, but it wins way more than its fair share of games because people just don't get it. I think blue is gearing up to attack me, but he doesn't have the intestinal fortitude yet. And the ratio is like, right, as I said, the ratio is getting closer and closer. So the longer he waits, the less of an advantage he'll have on me. What even is the logic for not sitting in Middle East? Low ability. There's no logic, right? It's just we shouldn't assume that our opponents know what the fuck they're doing. Oh, he stopped stacking on Iceland finally. Thanks, brah. Thanks, Hammy. I'm staying off cards intentionally because I don't want anyone to get the bright idea that they can take me out for value. We are almost now at parity with Green's troop count. Few more turn cycles and we will have more troops in green. That's why I fucking hate these games. I love it. I don't know. I love playing Classic Fixed on stream because it gives me the opportunity to relax and talk to you guys. And I love talking to you guys. It's so much fun for me. So I've done this a ton. I no longer get bored from the stalemates. It's interesting to watch people do the same, make the same mistakes and then point them out. And then that, I think that makes for a good show. It helps you guys learn, those of you who do enjoy the longer Classic Fix games. Perkins says, Pete, classic settings while at work. GG's. Life is good, my friend. Lampisim says, I would love to just slam blue. I would love to just slam blue too, but that gets me fourth, and then blue still could play to win. I want to at least make sure he loses if I can, but he might not give me the choice. He might not give me the choice. Tawny says, green could card block you, make things interesting. Yeah, but I've already shown that I'm willing to be card blocked. We should be attacking green is what we should be doing. Yeah, that's what we should be doing. We should be attacking green. But for you to do that, you need to put troops here, Magenta. I bet I need to win. I will try to win, Wolf Unleashed. Kyle says, in one of those scenarios where blue and pink don't know what to do, at some point, one of them likely breaks you just to see what happens, and that's the end. Yes. Whoever breaks me will get lowest along with me. That is how I'm going to play this. Magenta clearly hit green just now. Yeah, that's it. That's all we needed, RJ. That's all we needed. Maybe someone just bots too, and then we have a neutral bot, which is why I play these settings with fucking neutral bot. Right? Because this build up, but then you're not punished. Then you actually have stacks guarding your border when these fucking babies quit. Llama says, is it frustrating to play the game with 3 people who just installed the game this morning? I'm not frustrated. This is a totally fine game. I'm very happy with how I played the early game to get out of lowest. I'm now in 4th, and I'm playing, I'm 4th, play for 1st. My opponents suck. That's part of the game. Like, sometimes you can predict what happens. You can't do anything about it. But I'm doing what I can do about it. Like, I think building up on blue would have been worse, right? Blue doing this is actually quite rare. Let's comment on this for a second. So blue is kind of pseudo cold warring me in between the break territory, which is rare. He's worse than your average beginner. This guy actually fucking sucks, right? This guy's playing very badly. So why would you antagonize a guy that now has enough troops to make sure you just lose next? He's not remotely playing to win. I don't think he's thinking at all. It's not a strange play. It's shitty play. He's not good. I think we can empathize with it just being bad. We finally have more troops than green. But he's never going to want to pop through that 3 to open the 114. He's not that bad. The only reason he'll do it, he's never going to do that thinking it's a good move. The only reason he'll do it is because he's bored and there's nothing else for him to do. Why don't I advance into Kamchatka? That's a good question. So I'm choosing to trade in Kamchatka instead of trading in one of the other 3 territories because I want green to have space. Right? Green is actually the only player who I don't really have much of a front with. So as much as I would love for green to get lowest positionally, contextually, I'd love for blue to get lowest. So we just have to kind of wait it out. Like, maybe I don't have to sue in retaliation. Maybe he breaks me and I can move into Asia and survive and, like, you know, hope he gets bored on someone else. There's just no way to know, right? If you're really strictly only playing to play to win, and you have a ton of patience, you can do all sorts of stuff. You don't need a bonus, right? I just like showing people. I like being that instant karma. When players do like to fuck around. 83, Jesus. Yeah, as Cal was asking the same thing. Why not leave the stack in Asia? Because I want green to have space. Right now I'm being pressured by green and essentially magenta. So blue and essentially magenta. So I want the only guy I'm not actively pressuring to also build up on me. That would be too many fronts for me to deal with, right? So now I can have a minor stack that green's not going to go out of his way to fucking break, and I can keep my majority stack as retaliatory on blue. That's why. That's the actual why. LOG Snow says they will win the war against green easily because kill one of the +5. Let's make sure I have a good relationship with one of the +5 players. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to have a good relationship with everybody, but it's not working. It's not working so well. Can never get sick of the song. I like the song. I like the song a lot. Think's gonna triple break? Like break 2 people at once? It's risk, baby. Imagine blue starts card blocking. It's who needs cards in fucking classic fixed? Drop hard for Pete. Thank you, Analyzer. Did you bet against me, bro? Oh my goodness. He bet against me, this guy. Why am I always making the open stack at 25? I'm trying to have this position be my majority position, so I don't want to put too much out. Because if this guy thinks he's going to get a good roll there, maybe he rolls it. You know, I don't want to encourage blue to sue, but blue really seems like... Okay, magenta's consolidating now. Magenta's getting ready to make a move. I don't know who tastes that 163, but I think magenta is now starting to set up for a play. Yeah, pink's getting there. Good. Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see what it is. If he wants me to do something, I can. This guy still stacks on my fucking border. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. He's going to break me. He's going to do it. Oh. Oh. No what? Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Pink is the GM confirmed. I mean, I think anyone would know how. Yes, the Tortuga. The Tortuga. Okay. Well, I don't have to do anything yet. But now I can step out at least. All right, we're on Magenta's team. We're on Magenta's team. Ah, Magenta would like lowest. Very interesting. Let's see how the dice are. To blue's a cunt. They're all cunts. Pink's not a coward. That move probably works some amount of times. You want one more turn to follow through? Okay. All right. All right. I will. Give him one more turn. Just for you, though. Oh, the stack's pointed. The stack could not be more pointed at him. This is me pointing my stack at you. Get the fuck out of here. Oh. That's so good. Oh my God. That's so fucking funny. LOL. Pink deserves a heart? I don't know about that. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was not the play. Woo. Oh my God, was that not the play? He said, fuck it, I'm attacking. Good. So notably in that run, we don't open the green stack. Green moves it now. Okay. Do we have the troops? We get 25 troops here. Andy has a set. Maybe we could dice. Yeah, we do. I don't think we get good enough dice. Where would I put that 9? Our alliance is over. Good game, man. Yeah, I know you have victory. I know. We came into it pretty close, but not the ratio isn't enough. It kind of just comes down to the dice. Yeah, put on Brazil. Yeah, I like that play. I like that play. We were close. Slow roll. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I got better odds. I'm fine with second. Ally green? Nah. I'm fine with second there. If I got slightly better dice, maybe there would have been like a play for first here. I think it's more interesting than letting Magenta stabilize, though. Definitely Moon says that was by far the most unexpected attack from Pink. The spam attack blues did something to his brain. Yeah. I said, you made me do it. Now you do it. We're listening to J Latitude. It worked. I think we got a better outcome. Why don't you keep Pink alive? Fuck him. Stupid suicide. Like, Can I actually break everything I need to break here? No, I can't. We just lose this 1v1 unless fucking green royally fucks up. What are you doing, Mike? Moving the 9 to Oz would have forced him to go in there and cut himself off. No, because he had a set. I see what you mean, but he had a set, so he would have just set and smoked the stack. I know what you're saying, though. It's not a bad idea. This Pete is such a noob. It happens. Yeah. No, I saw what you guys saw. It's not a bad play. I think the set thing. Okay, well, do we break 6v6? What's 6v6? 33%? Nope. Nice, we're not here. Oh, still hope. There's still hope. Hit with the clutch? Nah, it's just not enough, guys. It's 2-1. It's close, but it's not quite there, and that's fine. This was a fun one. It might have been a bit boring in the waiting. You believe it's come on? How is this fucking possible? It's 2-1. It's 4-1 now. Block the Strait of Hormuz. Well played, sir. Well played. Good game. Australia wins again because everyone fucking sucks at Risk. Ladies and gentlemen. It was boring, but the payoff was worth it. Thank you. I try. I do what I can. Well played. Thank you, Blue. Sucked directly on my penis. You got lowest, and it took you forever to realize that. Stacking in Iceland, you jackass. Oh my god. You know, some people, I tell you. Good game, Blue. I won the bet. Sorry for the loss, bro. Put all my Steam points on you losing. See, that's why I lost. You got to give me the good vibes, man. All right. Everyone sucks. Australia. Australia strikes again. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you liked it and you want to throw me a like, I appreciate the likes. Appreciate the comments on the channel. You want to give me a hard time? Feel free. Pete, you suck. I would have done this other thing. Yeah, maybe you would have won. I didn't. But thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed the show. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games, good luck.